Well, I hope you can hear me. We'll see what I can do. I can't help the internet connection, but we're going to try something. Is it being recorded?
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be recorded and posted up on YouTube later, so you can watch that, and I hope you will. But I'm a little sad because I wanted you, and if you can hear me, I want you to go and find a candle. Grab a candle, bring it to wherever you are. I'm going to get a candle too. Candles are an amazing thing. It doesn't take very much of a candle. Please. It doesn't take very much of a candle to light up a room in the dark. One of the things I love about this Easter Vigil is it starts out in the dark with just one light. That's an amazing thing. To me it is anyway. The whole concept of this darkness isn't just physical darkness. It's also spiritual darkness and emotional darkness. And this night, the vigil is all about darkness. Jesus lay in the tomb in darkness. The disciples, they were sat huddled together in emotional darkness, sad, frustrated, terrified. And the world still sometimes lives with spiritual darkness, trying to win God's approval, trying to show that God loves them more than other people, trying to show that somehow they are superior. But in the middle of the darkness, there's one little light, kind of like a candle. In the middle of the darkness of the tomb, a light shone. Not a lot of lights. One little light. One person rose from the grave in the middle of the night. And in the middle of that night, the emotional darkness of the disciples lifted before they even knew it. Their grief was going to be turned into joy. And in the middle of that night, in the darkness, Jesus lit a light in the spirits of those around us, in the whole spiritual lives of all of humanity. That light, even though it's just one little light from one little resurrection, that light changes everything. Just in the same way as one little candle can brighten up a room that is in utter darkness, can guide you to a safe place, can allow you to do what you need to do. So when Jesus rose, just this one little light, he showed a path. He lighted a path toward God. Not a path of power and strength. Might does not make right. Not in the path of wealth, because you cannot buy heaven. Not even in the power of of doing everything right so that you win God's love, because you cannot win God's love. You cannot be good enough. No, the light that Jesus lit is simply the light that says death has no power over life. That hatred has no power over God's love. That fear has no power over mercy. In the church, we usually keep this candle lit all the time over there. It's a sign of Christ's presence because we have the reserved sacrament in that little box on the wall. We don't have that now. We can't have communion because of this virus, this pandemic, which is affecting everybody around the world. But I lit the light anyway. And I hope you will light your lights at home. Light a candle at home as a sign that Christ is still present. We do not need the sacrament for Christ to be present. Christ is present now. We do not need even to be together in the church building for Christ to be present. Christ is present among us here. Christ is present with you at home. Light your candle. It is a sign that Christ is working with you and in you. On the night Jesus rose from the dead, in the darkness of the tomb, he lit a light. And our faith teaches us that the light overcomes the darkness. Jesus teaches us that you are that light. Because Christ is present here, I will leave this candle burning. Because Christ is present at your home and in your lives, I ask you to leave the candle burning, at least for a while. Now, it's possible that you didn't hear any of this because the connection is so bad. But in the recording, you'll hear it. And if you do, don't worry if it's not Easter Vigil. Your candle can burn any day because Christ is present every day. That candle reminds us that death has no power, that hate has no power, that fear has no power, that darkness has no power. Tonight, the vigil of the Lord is the night we remind ourselves that one little light has all the power we need. Tonight, that light is found in a candle and in the resurrection of Jesus Christ. But in all the days after, Jesus tells us that that light is in you. Amen.